Two sides of the same coin. The story begins in a land described as the country of opportunity, but it does not begin with innocence. A young German boy crosses the Atlantic with his family when he is only 16 years old. He works as a barber's apprentice in New York. He sweeps floors and sharpens razors. When the gold rush begins, he follows the crowd westward. He arrives in places barely marked on maps, lands later romanticized as the Wild West. He opens a restaurant at first. It is not enough. He realizes that loneliness is more profitable than food. He opens a brothel. He sells women to gold hunters. He sells illusion and escape. He earns money and becomes an American citizen. When he believes he has earned enough, he tries to return to Germany. His past follows him. He is rejected because he is a draft dodger. He is deported back to the United States. He has a son. That son becomes a real estate developer using the money earned from his father's business. He does not only build buildings, he builds hatred. He believes whites are superior and sees black people as less than human. He joins the Ku Klux Klan. He is arrested for racist crimes and serves time in prison. After his release, he continues his business in New York and refuses to sell apartments to black families. He has two sons. One of them dies young due to alcoholism. The other one is Donald. Donald grows up in fear rather than affection. His family sends him to a military school to discipline him. He graduates but avoids military service. He refuses to fight in Vietnam using medical excuses. He follows his father into real estate. He buys old buildings and turns them into hotels. He makes money but never finds it sufficient. He builds skyscrapers. He seeks fame. He becomes a television personality on NBC. He becomes widely known. He marries 3 times and has 5 children. His first wife is a model from Eastern Europe. After this marriage, his name begins to circulate in Soviet intelligence circles. This claim is never proven. However, from this point on, he slowly moves toward politics. He does not follow an ideology. He supports both major parties when it benefits him. He donates to Democrats and Republicans alike. He runs for president once to increase his popularity. He withdraws when it suits him. He experiences multiple bankruptcies. Airlines fail, casinos collapse, golf courses replace them. He treats every sector as a financial opportunity. He opens a university that is not a university. Courts shut it down. He pays millions in compensation. He opens a charity foundation that performs no charity. Authorities intervene again. He becomes involved in thousands of lawsuits. He faces accusations of discrimination, fraud, and tax violations. He publishes books written by ghostwriters. He associates with criminals and scandals. When he loses an election, the country approaches chaos. The Capitol is stormed. This is the man who claims to export democracy. The other side of the story takes place in Venezuela. Venezuela is one of the most oil-rich countries on earth. It should be as prosperous as Norway. Reality follows a different path. Hugo Chavez comes to power in 1998. He distributes food packages. The poor see him as a savior. He changes the constitution. Removing him through elections becomes impossible. Media and opposition fall silent. Millions leave the country. Before his death, Chavez chooses his successor. It is Nicolas Maduro, a former bus driver with loyalty but no qualifications. Elections are held amid allegations of fraud. Maduro remains in power. Protests erupt. Security forces open fire on civilians. Opposition leaders are imprisoned. Speaking out becomes illegal. Courts and institutions serve the presidency. The economy collapses. Inflation reaches unimaginable levels. Salaries become worthless. People barter goods instead of using money. Food aid becomes conditional on political loyalty. 8 million people flee the country. Electricity and water shortages become routine. Medicine disappears. Yet the president remains in power. He travels by private jet and lives in luxury. Trump is a villain. Maduro is not a hero. There are no good characters in this story. There are only different ways of destroying nations. That is why the world should not be viewed through ideological loyalty. It should be viewed through national interest. Every coin has 2 sides. Those who see only one side eventually fall beneath its weight.